Hello everyone, and I'm Ricardo Milos from CBT News. Just last week on the 2nd of August, 1945, the leaders of the world powers have gathered together in Potsdam, Germany to plan the end of the Japanese Empire and discuss the future of Europe. Just now, some footage has been leaked to the public from the actual conference itself, and Kenny will be reporting to you live from the field. Over to you, Kenny.
Carlos Milos. Behind me is the palace where the big three have gathered. This meeting was 16 days long, starting on July 17th until it was concluded last week on August 2nd, 1945. This event marks the first time the new American President Truman and Soviet leader Stalin have met face to face. Just earlier this month, Winston Churchill has said over the broadcast, "Socialism is an attack upon the right of the ordinary man or woman to breathe freely without having a harsh, clumsy, tyrannical hand clapped across their mouths and nostrils." We are all expecting there to be huge amounts of tension between the leaders at this meeting. Here's how the meeting was played out.
Oh, Prime Minister Churchill, I see that your hairline is still receding further than ever. I'm President Harry S. Truman, replacing Roosevelt, who has unfortunately passed away from a stroke recently.
Good meeting you too, Truman. So here we are, the last meeting before we bring an end to this awful war.
Hopefully we can all reach good terms by the end of the meeting.
I believe that Stalin is taking a train here. He must be experiencing some delays. It is a long way by train.
Why? Is it because his communist country can't afford aircraft? Or is it because he's too paranoid for flying in the sky?
None of that.
Mr. President, I have a very important letter for you.
Why, what is the letter about?
I've just been informed that the development of the Manhattan Project has been completed. This new weapon will help us win the war on the Pacific Front. Finally, Stalin no longer sits on the top of the world anymore.
That is good news, man. Ah, Stalin, so you're finally here. Sure am.
So why don't we begin now?
So the first matter we must take into our hands is what we shall do with Germany now that they have finally fallen.
First, we must make sure that the Nazis will never rise again. We must take all means to remove fascist thought and ideologies from their minds.
I say we can achieve this by taking over their government and taking full control of their schools to make possible the development of democracy.
That would not work. They'll simply elect a new leader using this democracy, and they will still rise again. No, we must destroy their economy and crush them once and for all. We must rule with an iron fist.
I refuse. We will not use unnecessary force on a downed country. Come on.
It is set. We all agree that the Nazi ideology should be removed, but since our political ideologies are so different, it would be better for us to split the country instead.
Since we were the ones who took Berlin and took Germany out of the war, we should be entitled to have most of the land.
That is not the case. You definitely would have lost the war without our support. Just look at how many people you lost in this war against Germany.
And France should get a share of the land too, to help their economy.
Then, I demand that I should be able to take war reparations from the western zones, if that should be the case.
Yes, we shall give you some agricultural equipment, but no other reparations.
I say we only give you 10% of our agricultural equipment and no further reparations.
We now have a bomb of enormous destruction. With this, I say that is totally fair, right?
What about the war in the Pacific theater? That has been going on for far too long now.
I am a man true to my word, and I will declare a war against Japan.
We thank you for that. We shall stay true to our institute.
I wish you all good luck, and may this war finally be brought to an end, so that we may finally see some peace.
Thank you, Kenny. And now some final commentary on this major event. The Potsdam Conference was able to promote the spirit of cooperation by allowing the three countries to try to come to a resolution without starting a war or coming into an intense conflict. However, much disagreement was now flaring up as these three countries wanted to stake their claims on Europe and how to control the land they have just taken over. Even though the US and the UK were allies, they had various disagreements on how to divide and control Europe. The UK wanted to their ally, Poland, to have a democracy with free and unfettered elections, but Stalin would soon occupy the country with his troops and would administrate control with pro-communist officials. However, it was mostly agreed that the Nazi and militarist doctrines should be removed, and Nazi war criminals should be brought to trial. After much debate and disagreement, it was decided that Russia should be allowed to take reparations, and only up to 10% of the industrial equipment from Western zones. The Potsdam Conference was important because it was the final meeting of the three leaders during the Second World War, and it set the stage for the coming Cold War. These tensions from the meeting carried on after the meeting and helped cause the Cold War.